I haven't ended up at all.
You're just still in transition?
Why do you keep describing me? Well, that's like asking why the sky's blue. I don't.
Do you prefer not to have descriptors?
I don't have any preferences. I'm the thing that inspires everything. No, I'm artless and an art breaker. For who? What doesn't work well? Who?
Like a public? Like
No, you're projecting on me. You're talking about your own contraptions. These are not innocent questions. These are devices supporting your own inherent bias.
Is there anything that...
Give me a pinpointed question. Provoke me. These are like, literally like, why is the sky blue questions? You know what I mean? Ask me the hardest question you can possibly figure out how to. Get vulnerable and challenge me. And then use this entire interview because this is raw. This is what the professors or anything in an art something or other wannabe teaching each other to jack off and charging money for it need to be reading and paying attention to. Okay? No, what are you saying? Okay, speak specific. What is the art world? Your fabrication.
Yeah. So you're giving me enlightenment.
Right, utterly. That's all I do. That's who I am. That's why I said Coyote.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm real as fuck, bro. I didn't. I'm the only thing that manages it for everyone all the time. I'm the space inside zero itself that's never recognized. I'm the caboose. This is what it looks like. I didn't. I'm not arrived.
So it's whole concept is outside of where you are.
Your whole concept is outside of where I am?
Yeah.
Everything is outside of where I am. I'm the original apart, the original stationary. I never combined with anyone here. I said, fucking don't build the physical place. Everyone did it, and all the prayers landed on me, so I finally showed up. That's how this works. No, but I've been told I sound like Alan Watts.
Well, he uses the square as the example of that because then you have the square that demarcates the space of either side.
Okay, but skip Alan Watts' model. What do you need to say from your heart? What is it?
Thank you for challenging.
Yeah!
Thank you, because it's not done enough.
It's not done at all. Everyone's just mamby-pamby. Cajolery. A whole bunch of it. If you get to the real, an unbiased mind is the only valuable thing here whatsoever at all. An unbiased mind is a questionless mind as well as an answerless mind. That's all there is to it. No, that's okay. Now we're going to tighten the corral because you keep projecting on me. How do you sustain your understanding of me in this society? I'm not sustaining anything. I'm sustaining everything all the time. You have to understand what the space inside zero is, or the original apart. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not a revolutionary. If you see a cycle here, it's your own. It's not mine. I'm a stationary. I'm the. Just the. Once upon a time, I was a artist because I was always the artist from all time, everywhere, and someone kept handing me ideas about how to do art when I've only ever done art. So, I'm not done. A artist goes to what? The artist. I would get questions out of the blue, people coming up, fine painters, whatever, things from around the world coming to me and says, "Are you the artist?" Because they've been meditating and they've been sleeping and they find me out. They say, "Are you the artist?" I said, "No. Once upon a time, I was the artist. Now I'm just the. You know? That's why I say art breaker. Artless. That's what I do. I'm not arriving here. I'm the place where all thinking has emanated from and returns unto. There's no knowledge that exists save but the knowledge that I bequeathed all people and all things here. That's it. I'm not arriving anywhere. You're arriving to me. I'm stationary. Look at me. Static. Who said static?
It seems like it's in flux.
For you. You're seeing your flux and projecting it upon me. I didn't approach you. You approached me. And you're continuing to engage. Stop projecting a flux or a vacillation on that which doesn't vacillate. In what sense? You don't look for solutions. There is no looking for a solution. You choose solution orientation, then you choose solution itself, and the path becomes evident. You don't look for solutions, they don't exist. You have to be a pioneer of pioneering itself. You have to be a path maker for path makers. You have to be a harbinger for harbingers. You have to build temples for temple builders. No, but you can't have the concept of what it is inside of you if you're going to produce it. If you want to be with what is already here, you can be. But it's not what you're looking for. When you put away you're looking for, you'll be with what it is already. But if it doesn't satisfy you, you'll go back out and complicate your looking for again. That's your trap. See, you have to get to the place where you've convinced yourself that it's no longer an A form but a V form. When you put V in front of everything, then you begin to personalize and own it and recognize that you have a skin. There's a lot of unattenuated everything here, and you putting a skin over everything, and you're so accustomed putting a skin over it, you can't tell that you're putting your own skin over everything. But that's why it's imperative to own the entirety of everything. I'm the responsibilist party. It all emanates from me, it all returns unto me, all of it, the worst of the worst, the best of the best. I raise rock bottom alone. I stay in the hellest of hells, I go up, and I fill cleared bodies, and I fill it with concrete. Done. Next. Up. If all there is left over is heaven, ain't nobody gonna complain, because what I've destroyed and absolved doesn't exist anymore anyway. Okay. Everything here is a grip of fancier and fancier ways to jack off, and it fucking disgusts me. That's all it is here.
Could you describe here? You mean this ethereal, this plane, the terrestrial plane?
No.
Or
In a biased plane. We can't even converse, save but for bias, lest we are heartfelt. But heartfelt questions don't sound like this. You are not meaning ill, but you're also provoking something that is as fierce about these concepts as possibly can be held. So at the same time, I'm going to make sure you know that I can smile on a moment's notice and shake your hand. Yeah. But I'm going to go right back to my fears. Back to biased. Okay. Art. What the fuck is art, right? What the fuck is commercialism? What's motivating you right here, right now? What do you get out of making these recordings? No, see, you have too many alsos and too many comparatives. First it's quantity, then it's quality, then you gotta shit that thing too. Say?
quantity?
First it's quantity. First we start, awakening to quantity. Then we progress beyond quantity to quality. Then we progress beyond quality and shit that idea too. As what?
As offensive.
Right, that's why I see it to shit quality too. These are like toddler steps. 2 steps. Quantity, quality, get rid of it all. I wouldn't.
Or do you have?
You have to build it for yourself. It's only one step. It's
Like-
just one step. Build just one step for yourself. If you build just any one thing, you've built every one thing. If you become any one thing, you're now just one thing. That's a beautiful thing. There's a million, billion, bazillion multiplicified concepts and mindscapes and all this. Singularize. From 1 become 0. From 0 come back to 1 and 0, 1 and 0. When you're done with that shit, become the space inside 0 and shit all the numbers all together. But comparison is junk. Bias is junk. Prejudice is junk. Opinion is garbage. These are all just functions of commercialism. That's all it is. That's it. If you want to make art, wake up to the art you've always made. If you want to improve it, improve the art you've always made. Make art. I eat out of trash cans, wear the same clothes for years on end, and make art every single sun up to sundown and then some. I go leave this realm to go study in infinite realms of making art and return here. It didn't take anything, and there is no revelation. I build this. Do you see how it speaks? This is the word emanating of the wordless state. This word is unconcerned. It is not a man of its word. It's a being of its wordlessness. The word just talks the way it wants to. It's not a construct. Okay. Do you want to know how I know I did not start this conversation?
I locked up.
Because we are speaking in fucking English.
Right.
English is garbage. Utterly garbage. I didn't start this conversation. Whose construct is this? By who? Who's your we?
Well,
And who's the giver? No, let's stay on this. Who's your we and who's the giver? No, the we is I? Just I? The we is just I?
Well, it's the society I live in.
It is. I'm trying to get you to the place where you recognize it is all you. Everything you interpret is your own. You're responsible for everything you interpret. That's all you're seeing is your own interpretations. And the gaps in your understanding are the ways you don't complete. And you ping back and forth like this. Under the water, above the surface, under the water, above the surface, left, right, left, right. You got to singularize that shit. Okay, the next step is stop describing it as from what I'm saying. It's from what you're saying. You've provocated the situation. These answers correlate specifically to you, not to me. These are your questions and your answers. These aren't my answers. I'm sitting here already producing. You're interrupting art right now because I make it. No one else does. Is this art that we're doing right now? Oh, totally. Oh yeah, that's all I do. I scalp hearts, crack skulls. That's all I do. That's why I say artless and art breaker. I got a pair of 6 shooters. One's called artless, one's called art breaker. If you got a concept of art, you ain't making it. Straight up. Do I have anything at all? That's right. Ising. The maturation of the I am is the is. Is ising. There ain't no be in my isness. Get it? No. It is, because I is it. Not only I is it, but I make the is. I is the is, and I is the it. I make the it. This is a fully deconstructed being that shows up from the space inside zero to hunker around zero a little bit, to show up in one just to get by just the way it wants to and go back down. That's it. My whole life is donation. I burn things all the time. Entire books that I've written. Collections of all kinds of things. I make it, I burn it. I make it, I give it away. I make it, I burn it. I make it, I give it away. Make it, I burn it. It is. Everything about me is ultimate. I'm the progression of ultimate itself. When ultimate needs to tune up, it checks in with Nicholas Paul Mamala. But see, these are so far removed from, and these are like gross plane concepts to me. I'm trying to describe to you my unending, ceaseless process. It doesn't depart its creation, doesn't depart its destruction, nor is it bound in any way to destroy. I move myself by the moving. This is Wakantanka Blanco Hotub. That's great white mystery, death dancing in reverse. I'm a homage unto the ability for the most estranged, unusual, most holy elements there are to be able to find a vessel and express themselves through. Okay, yes, but let's hold up on that. Let's just slow down on that point. Always ready state. Always is always. Ready for what? State, fuck the state. So what are you trying to describe? She wasn't always this way. Not to mention, how does it correspond to me? No, this is beyond that. That is a step down, that's toddler. The vessel is inherent. The container is inherent. I'm not in an always ready state. I'm not channeling for anybody. There's nothing more ultimate than me. I'm not receiving from something and displaying here on this plane. There is no thing here that does not receive all of its most highest information from me alone. That's it. That's it. Consciousness is a jack-off concept.
So it's
consciousness. What the fuck is consciousness? How does it differentiate from that which is not conscious? What is not conscious? Exactly. No, that's a confusion that you have inside yourself. Yeah. Those are not traditional. Anything that you consider traditional is so disgustingly neo-traditional and wet behind the ears and still trying to figure itself out. That's all it's doing is experimenting on everybody all the time and making what dollars it can off of it. That's all it's doing. Sure, probably. Oh yeah. Yeah, but see, I live without a cell phone or an email address with a beautiful, sweet old dog and a hard-to-run rig, and I get up to 5,000 miles a month done this way by donation alone. That's how spirit moves me. That's what a living sacrifice. That's why it doesn't care what it sounds like or what it looks like. This is the living sacrifice, only ever figuring out how to sacrifice harder and more all the time. I am the master tuning fork. That's me, Don Coyote, the Coyote All-Father, Heyoka complete. You know what a trickster is when it finally completes itself? It's not a trickster anymore. All it does is bust tricks anymore. What does a trickster do to complete itself? It tricks itself to a place where only it exists. Therefore, all of its tricks must play out upon it, because we know the cyclical nature of all things that are broken, and a trick is a broken thing. A true coyote only offers completions. I'm not experimenting with your energy. I'm offering just one completion after another. I'm not fucking with you. This is my tight corral of understanding, that I've manufactured for myself. Oh yeah, my consciousness projects ceaselessly into all consciousness all the time. I am the consciousness. I is it. I is the consciousness. Is the consciousness. Get eyeless. Yeah. Yeah, is this real? And you're welcome, and thank you too, and this is fun, or whatever. Yeah, that's because you're still looking for a solution. You have to get completion oriented. Be your completion, and then produce completed things for having become your completion. You must consolidate and complete. It's not my idea. It's your idea. Why not own it? It's not a that idea. This is your idea. You prompted the message. You got the message. You're not even interpreting these things that I say don't make the same understanding inside of you. You're using your senses to receive this information according to your own internal inherent lexicon, interpreting everything apart. It seems like we're having a conversation before, but there hardly are at all whatsoever. And the mind hardly exists. All these things we chew on with the mind is not the concept of mind. Mind is so much subtler and deeper in. Where are you? No might about it. And just one important thing. No things, no plural. Make it easy on yourself. Shit your plural and get rid of your A form. Play with your thee alone when you describe yourself or things. Thee and no plural. Thing. The thing.
This thing is present.
What is not present? What is present? You have to get out of this dual plane concept. It's comparison. It's just garbage. Comparison is garbage. What are you trying to exploit from one side to the other? Comparison never completes. It will always self-justify. Everything here just self-justifies. I alone is just-fixated. Which is really, I alone is justified. Everything else is just-fixated. The most purest place your needle can go if you're doing comparison is already there. Put your needle on that place and don't walk from any place except for that which refines. Yeah, you don't prescribe, de-prescribe. De-prescribe for yourself.
Thank you for inspiration.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, real.